Thank you for watching Channel Samson Strength. I'm Samson. A couple days ago, I put up a video about one of the biggest crabs of them all, the government. Ran across an interesting story today. A mom from Preston in the UK was left outraged after the NHS deemed her 4-year-old son Harley overweight. Mika Pollen, 29, took to Facebook to complain after she received a letter from Harley's school stating that at 3 foot 6 inches tall and weighing 3 stone and 5 ounces, Harley was overweight for his age, sex, and height. Harley was weighed as part of the NHS National Child Measurement Program, which ranks children's weight based on their body mass index. And herein lies the problem. The body mass index is only a function of height and weight. So just to give you from a frame of reference, my body mass index right now is 28.7, which technically puts me overweight. Here's the interesting thing. At the end of my last mesocycle, I was the exact same weight basically as I was at the beginning of that cycle. So you take a look at these two pictures here. My BMI, my body mass index, is exactly the same in each of these photos, and the overweight in each of these photos. If I were 210 pounds, which I have been in the past in awesome shape, 210 pounds, my BMI would be over 30, which would make me obese. Almost every player in the NFL is considered overweight or obese. Again, it is only a function of height and weight. It does not take into consideration lean body mass or body fat percentage, which I think are much better indicators of where you are. You don't necessarily have to be precise with them per se. You need to know which direction you're going, right? So the calipers, maybe they're not so precise, but if you know that they're going up or down, then you can get a sense of whether you're making progress. Hydrostatic testing in a water tank for body fat percentage is the best way to do it, but I've actually never done it. I wouldn't spend money on that unless I had to. But, the government getting involved in this stuff, they really do not know what they're doing. And the mom is right to be angry here. But what worries me more than anything are the broader consequences of this. When you abdicate your responsibilities to the government, it leaves open the possibility that, like in this case, what's stopping the government from coming in and saying, lady, you're an unfit mom, you feed your kid crap, he's obviously fat, we're going to take him away. You're an unfit mother. We got to be really careful with stuff like this. And I know teachers, for example, in certain cities, certain parts of the countries where they teach second and third graders, for example, and they'll come in, they don't know how to tie their shoes, and it's the school's fault. It's not the school's fault. It's the parents' fault. But the government has such a big role in this these days that we don't know where our responsibility ends and where the government encroachment begins. I mentioned the food pyramid several times before, and I want to do a more substantive video on that. The food pyramid was designed based on economic concerns, particularly the agricultural industry. The United States produces a lot of agricultural goods, especially at the time the food pyramid was put into place. So naturally, it made sense for the government to recommend people to eat a lot of grains that had nothing to do with the human body or health or research or anything like that. And it really was a direct cause of a generation of heart disease in the United States. And again, I've said this before, there are no such things as essential carbohydrates. You don't need them. So the government makes a lot of mistakes when it comes to this sort of thing. And we need to be really careful and really ask, what are the motivations? That's a really good question to ask. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can and help as many people as I can. Body mass index, not a good measure. I'm sure it would have been irrelevant back in Old Testament times had they even had it. Nobody really had to worry about being overweight or obese back then. But that's a story for another time. Thank you for watching. Check out my other social media pages. We'll see you next time.